Hello, 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 everyone, for a new edition of the SSL Cup. This time, season 24 for the qualifying round. We got some fantastic matchups today. AS Paris versus North Shore United. Capstad taking on a major league team in Tokyo SC. Then Magyar versus Masks. And finally, oh my word, SFV taking on Club Atletico Buenos Aires. And I think it's going to be some real exciting matches today. Schwarzwalder versus Buenos Aires. This is a two-legged affair for them, basically. Playing twice this week. Once for the Cup, once for the league. We'll see who gets the better of whom in this first edition between the two. Then we got Magyar, who are looking good this season, versus Masks, who are also looking pretty nice this season. Tokyo sitting in third, but I think with 3 points against Capstad, who are first in the first division of the minor league. So definitely a very fair opponent. But here we go with the first match of the day. AS Paris versus North Shore United. Paris, once again, with their famous and fabled 5 at the back, versus North Shore United, who are looking better than ever after a couple seasons of maybe some mediocrity. But it's for sure helped that they have a aging Del Pirlo coming down to help them out this season, get promotion from that second division, which was a surprise to everyone that they even found themselves in it. But here we go. My word. There we go. Marinson going up, down the right, trying to find someone. Gets tackled by James. Brody James with the first tackle of the match to set the tone. Empire the fourth. Trying to find someone. Trying to find McFoot Cakes. Falls to Fensterhausen. Actually, the third's there. It's a corner kick. Oh, free kick for Paris. My word. Luis Jr. to Kovacs. Kovacs with the shot is blocked. It's going to go away. Paris coming off of a 5-1 victory against Montreal. Kovacs is going to take it inside. OTK to Barrettson. Barrettson. Sarawan finally is able to put it into the back of the net. But the referee's going to have a look at this. Did he stray offsides? I'd say no. It seems like it's going to count, and there it is. AS Paris opening off the match early. 1 against North Shore United's 0. Aussie Trent Kovacs trying to put it into the middle. Bounces around. North Shore United's defense unable to clear, and Sarawan does what Sarawan does best. Put it into the back of the net. Mid of the air now to Bananas. Also Banana trying to find Rasher the third. Is able to. It's headed over, but barely over. We get a nice little view of... I'm not too sure what that was, but nevertheless, here we go. Back into the match. Dunkler Sarawan able to get a real early opening goal. Barrettson finds Suzuki, a freshman. Barrettson's going to have a shot, and fiery chickens there to put the stop to that. Empire the fourth. Trying to find a teammate in the box. Trying to find Fensterhausen. Does. And it's headed way over. Fiery chicken now for the goal kick. Tarandis. Paris is now on the counter. Able to get it off of a pretty poor goal kick. Barrettson's going to take it down the right. Going to cut into the middle. Taken down in the box. Brody James finds Fensterhausen. And the shot is just wide. And the Parisians are going to have a goal kick. Paris. Pruney trying to find someone in the middle. Can't find Brody James. It's headed away. Kovacs now to Suzuki trying to start a counter for Paris. Berensen's going to play a long ball out to Kovacs. Is able to find him. The two linking up. Kovacs is able to just get past Gaisberg, but Gaisberg comes back to get a tackle in. But it falls just to make McFoot Cakes. Suzuki's going to find Belmont with a shot, and there it is. Eric Belmont doing what he does best, putting it into the back of the net against a minor league team. But it's not going to count. Belmont finding himself offsides. Let's look at that again. Belmont, quick pass to Suzuki, and Suzuki just can't get the pass off in time. Belmont had beat Gerard, but that was the... maybe this was a high IQ play from Gerard. Torres to Suzuki. Suzuki's with a shot, and Fiery Chicken comes out with a fantastic save. Sarawan now. On the corner for Paris. Sauerwein already with a goal today. Trying to find an assist. Finds Kovacs. Kovacs back to Sauerwein. Sauerwein back to Kovacs. Kovacs back to Sauerwein. Sauerwein can't find Kovacs again. If anything, is Del Pirlo. I don't know. Today's extra fun. Kovacs now down the left. Trying to find someone in the middle. It's cleared away by Maldonado. But only out to Terrandis. Bears it with the shot. And it's off of Pruni. Out for a Paris corner kick. Empire of the fourth now. Trying to find someone in the middle. How many times have I said it so far today? Brody James trying to clear. Fensterhausen to Kovacs. Kovacs doesn't have a shot. It's low, driven, but Fiery Chicken's able to make a save. Always the worst kinds of shots that you have to face as a goalkeeper. Low and hard. Sauerwein now. To Kovacs once again with a shot. It's off the crossbar. Fiery Chicken able to get a hand to it. It's out to Belmont. Belmont finds Fensterhausen. It's off the post and away finally by North Shore United. North Shore United getting a absolute storm, a hurricane, a tornado gone straight through their defense. But Paris are only up by one. Sauerwein now trying to find Kovacs is able to. Suzuki with the shot and Fiery Chicken once again tips it over the bar. Empire of the fourth. Gerard is able to clear it away from North Shore United. But Empire of the fourth is going to track back. North Shore United have not registered a shot on target. Luis Jr. now playing it back to Cancelo. Cancelo, the WSFC champion. Berenson going to find Terrandis. Terrandis on the right. Terrandis has space. Needs to find Belmont. Tries to find Empire of the fourth, but it's blocked by Maldonado and cleared away by Gerard. And Gaisberg's now going to try to take it out for North Shore United. Needs to be Empire of the fourth. Is able to get it through his legs, but Sauerwein's able to pick up for his teammate. McFoot kicks now. Finds Suzuki. Out to Terrandis on the right. Terrandis is going to cut inside. Terrandis finds Belmont. Belmont with a shot, but it's wide. Kovacs to Empire of the fourth. It's going to cut back inside, trying to take it into the middle. Sauerwein, the center mid. Finds Fensterhausen. Fensterhausen going to play it back to Luis Jr. Getting pressed by Pirlo, but Del Pirlo is taking it slow and steady. Gaisberg's trying to press big foot kicks, make him nervous. Fensterhausen getting pressed by Brody James. The Paris defense stays cool, calm, and collected. I spoke too soon. Del Pirlo off of Zaza Banana cut out, but Kovacs is able to get it right back, and Fensterhausen is now going to try to bring it up for Paris. Fensterhausen finds Suzuki. Suzuki to Serranis. Berenson just can't get it past Pruni. Pruni finds Gaisberg. Gaisberg finds Zaza. Zaza Banana with the shot. It's off the post and right back into Cancelo's hands. Cancelo. Empire of the fourth now. Trying to find Fensterhausen. Finds McFoot cakes. And there it is. Paris 2. North Shore United 0. McFoot cakes rises above the rest and is able to score the goal. Like a phoenix from the ash. Paris finds their second. Phoenix from the ash is just such an overused line, but I had to use it. Can somebody give me like other ideas? You say, but Max, you're a commentator. You should have more ideas. Sauerwein block, and their player is going to collect. James finds Roush to the third, and I'll tell you, I can only make so many ideas, guys. Like sometimes a commentator needs some help, right? Suzuki, Fensterhausen. Maybe I should read more books. Kovacs out on the left, trying to find Suzuki, but it's headed away by Gerard and out for a Paris corner kick. But it's like I have so much to do now, guys. Like you wouldn't even understand. And Suzuki there for Paris' third. Cut inside by the Parisians. Is this going to count, though? Yes, it will, and Paris have their third. Gibraltar just unable to clear. Falls to Sauerwein. Sauerwein gets taken down by Maldonado. Maldonado once again can't clear. North Shore United the story today. And Kovacs very quick and easy pass to Suzuki, who just taps it past Fiery Chicken, who is in no man's land. And the story so far is Paris dominating North Shore United, and North Shore United's defense unable to keep up with the attack. And maybe it's becoming a little bit clearer as to why they're in Div 2. To be fair, Montreal just lost 5-1 to Paris, so take that all with a grain of salt. I just asked myself, like, how did we get here, right? How is USP ASP just so dominant like this? And you could say it's good management, and I'll say probably there's no joke there. You thought I was gonna say something funny, didn't you? I'm all out of comedy. This is just interesting to watch, I guess, is the best way. I mean, Paris literally lost the Cavs set. I don't know what I'm talking about. Tarandis. Fencerhausen. I commentated that game with Meta. What are we on about here today? McFootcakes. Louis Jr. I mean, they are just nasty. They also, like, have lost games in the beginning of the season and then just, like, go on to not lose another game. You get the rust shaken off, and just from there, it's a well-oiled machine. Shake off the rust, put it in the oil, and you got Tarandis on the right. Tarandis gets taken down. That's outside the box, ref. If you call that inside the box, I might start saying that Paris just pay the refs. What will the decision be? Referee! No penalty. You see Paris completely legal with everything that they do. Deserved their rise to fame. Rise to fame. It's like, yeah, Paris was just not known beforehand. Fencerhausen's out of the header, and Fiery Chicken just collects it out of the sky. Is Fiery Chicken, like, you think that they're related to the Phoenix, since we were talking about that earlier? Right? It's like the Phoenix's, like, chicken cousin? Kovacs. To Sauerwein. Trying to find Empire the Fourth. Sauerwein's going to do it all himself. Sauerwein getting pressed by Gibraltar. Maldonado. Mid-air trying to clear, but it's only out to McFootcakes. McFootcakes with the shot, and it's just over. Yeah, but, I really hadn't heard too much of Empire the Fourth coming into their rookie season. And it's just one of the better players of that draft class in terms of just pure ability. Terrain is another fantastic from that same draft class who just shoots it over. And then you got Sauerwein, who's just been an absolute rock in the midfield for Paris for many seasons at this point. And there it is. Silva Tarandis finds Paris's fourth off of a very quick free kick scheme. It's all worked to plan, and I think that one's onside. But what will the referee say? And there it is, onside, goal awarded. Berenson able to get it to, I think that's Belmont, and Belmont hits it down to Tarandis, and Tarandis first time smacks it past Fiery Chicken, who can't do much about that. It's great when things come to plan, when plans come to fruition. I'm telling you guys, more books. I read a decent amount of material, right? But, like, it's not like poetry, you feel? Maybe I need to read more poetry. That's the sitch. Belmont to Kovacs on the left. Kovacs trying to get past Maldonado. He's going to put in a Tarandis, who just jumps over Gerard, who is around 9'10". Ridiculous what Tarandis can do. Is able to head it on, and Fiery Chicken is able to block it out for a corner. And there it is. Fencerhausen again putting it near Chicken, who's just able to catch that ball. Cancelo now. Short. But just like Fiery Chicken is able to save quite a few, but really hasn't had to do too much. But here, James able to take the ball off of Tarandis. Gaisberg to Mitadia. Trying to find Gaisberg. Gaisberg's going to have a shot. And there it is. North Shore able to get one back against Paris's 4. Will there be a comeback? I'll put a lot of money on no. But I've been wrong so many times before. Gaisberg just able to split the defense, and Fencerhausen, who's trying to come out to block him, he's not able to, and Gaisberg just smacks it past Cancelo. I would like to learn Portuguese one day. That'd be cool. Eu falo português. You see, it's where we're getting there. I could say, there's this one. Sauce's banana on the right. North Shore United want their second, but Cancelo is able to make a fantastic save to keep that second out. Rashford the third now. On the corner. For North United, trying to find a second. Trying to keep the game close. It's out to Brody James. Brody James. It's going to give it to Rashford. Rashford to James. Mid-to-the-air with the shot, and Cancelo is able to just rise up and collect. North United with a little bit of life now. Towards the end of the match, can they bring it into extra time? It would take a miracle. Belmont heading it on, but Pruney's able to collect that. Free header. Pruney trying to find someone. Cut it down by Fensterhausen. But Rashford the third's there to cut it out. Rashford the third going the other way now. Del Pirlo, mid-to-the-air, trying to find Zaza. Zaza takes a touch, has a shot, and there it is. North United second. Zaza Banana with a fantastic take there. Able to just push down the ball, get it near his feet, and strike it past Cancelo. It's 4-2. 2 goals with around 5 minutes plus added time left. It would take a miracle, but miracles are possible. But yeah, there's just this commentator that likes to do this like bit. He's like play on, jockey, juega. I mean, he says it like in some other languages. I can't remember what the other ones are, but I always think it's like a little, okay, dude, we know we can tell that you know how to say play on. Engage with the shot, but it's just wide. I thought Cancelo made the save. I hear him every weekend. I'm not particularly a fan, if I'm being honest. Not saying my commentary is, the peak of commentarianism, but Empire the fourth now trying to find Paris' fifth, and that's it. It's all over. North United are going to bow out of this cup with the score ending Paris 4, North United 2. Paris looking as strong as ever. Will they make another run to the semifinals? We will see, but it's looking like it. I remember listening to, I think it's a podcast with Mick Lumberjack and OTK and No Face. And I think it's, Lumberjack mentioning that USP is going to have a bit of a cap issue soon. I really wonder how that's going to play out. Because, frankly, it's kind of wild. Like, it's just, yeah, it's wild. They have just, like, stars on every single position. I don't think I've seen a team like that in a minute. It's a little bit ridiculous. But I mean, Reykjavik had the same exact things. Hollywood's very good. I might not say a star in every single position, but they definitely have just talent everywhere. Cavs is also just a very, very good team. The question remains is like, do you let people stew, or do you just take them up early and let them develop in the majors? And that's a very good question. Some teams, some team that we might be seeing right now, like Tokyo, brings up players quite young, right? I mean, they brought No Face up in their first season. No Face is a fantastic player, nothing wrong with that. But you have players like Lewis Ashworth. It's season 24 or a season 20 class, still stewing in the minors. Hypothetically, you'd say maybe if they're ranging around, and a dude with the first shot, crying, able to make a very quick save. Peo Shoto now for Cab said, trying to find anyone. No Face is able to head it away. DeWitt is going to come and collect. DeWitt dropping down from Hollywood. Freddie Adu taking it down the left. Freddie Adu has the pace. We all know how quick Freddie Adu is. Freddie Adu trying to find Wolf. Wolf with the shot. And it's blocked by Ailish. Now for a corner. Hunt now. Hunt. Trying to find someone. It's kind of bouncing in the box. Finally cleared away by Tokyo. Close is trying to bring it back into the mix. Zhang now. Juju Zhang. Down the left. And gets taken down by Ron Flex. And it's out for another cat side corner. Hunt. Zhang tries to find Hunt. Does. And Hunt with a poor touch. It's out for a Tokyo goal kick. But yeah, I mean, like, it's a genuine question that I have. Like, is it always worth to let the players stew, see who keeps on, like, getting better, who just kind of remains mildly okay, and then finally when you have players that have been earning for a long time, you finally bring them up when they're just pretty, like when they're stars in the minors. You finally bring them up to the top, and that's how you get good teams. I don't know. Or is there a case to make that the majors is the only league that you really care about? You bring up all your best players young, and Peixoto finds Close with a lot of space. Close is going to have a shot. It's blocked by Eilish, but Close was offsides. Jang. On the right. Trying to find their way past Adamu. Finds Wolf. Wolf with the shot, but it's way out. I also think I can appreciate that some smaller teams are under new management. Some teams that have been struggling have new AMs, so on and so forth. It's nice to see that the league is growing in that way. And each of them brings their own philosophy. But here's Peixoto. Peixoto's going to have a shot, and it's just wide. Crying just doesn't have to do too much about that. Crying. Okay, taking it out for Tokyo. The majors team has looked to be struggling against this top-tier minors team. Greer now. It's taken off the ball by Ashworth. Ashworth's going to find Close. Close is going to find Adu. Finds Ashworth with a shot, and it's just over. Tokyo unable to keep up with Capsat so far. Off now. Finds Adu. Adu all the way back to Jones. Finds Obronco. Obronco, another player that's made their way down from Hollywood. Wolf to Peixoto. Peixoto on the left. Peixoto trying to find someone in the middle. Finds Close, but Close is unable to get it into the back of the net. Crying, able to make a very easy diving save. Moff now. Trying to find Adu. Duck's there to cut it out. Greer now. Jude on their last legs. Duck. Lee. Into the middle. Wolf. To Juju Zhang. Finds Freddie Adu with the shot is blocked. And Duck is going to bring it out. I think that on Jude Greer's last game, we should all collectively sing Hey Jude. That'd be nice. But we all know that Close now. Taken off the ball by Ronflex. Adu with the shot. It's curling outside of the boot, but just wide. It was quite wide. Crying now. Hunt takes the ball down. Finds Ramos. Ramos trying to get it past Obronco, but Obronco's there first. Close. Close. Getting pressed by Ramos. Finds Adu. But Adu's taken off the ball by Ronflex. Ronflex trying to take it up the pitch. The monstrosity himself. Hunt. Finds Jang. Jang. No Face trying to cut that out, but is unable to. Jang. Hunt. To Obronco. Obronco getting pressed by No Face. No Face. Really just showing the stamina that they have. DeWitt now to Jang. Jang. To Adu out on the right. Freddie Adu trying to find someone in the middle. Finds Hunt. Hunt chests it down to Jang, and Jang has a shot, but it's over. Jones now to Moff. Freddie Adu. I've said his name so many times today. He's just that good. Hunt finds Jang. Back to Moff. Back to Juju Jang. Adu with the shot. Crying. It's like Juju Schmister. No, it's Juju Jang. Juju Jang. My word, I can't pronounce anything today. Obronco with the shot, with the header, and it's just pushed away by Crying, I think. Peixoto now. No Face. Moff down to Peixoto. Peixoto gets blocked by No Face. I think when I was mentioning that podcast with the USP thing, I do want to say that El Papi was on that too, if I'm not mistaken. Got to give credit to all the commentators of the podcasts. DeWitt to Obronco. I got to be honest, like, podcast is like maybe my favorite, the second favorite thing of this whole league. Wolf on the left. Trying to get pressed down by Ronflex. Freddie Dude's going to have a header, and Crying is just able to push it up and away. I mean, Tokyo have created nothing. When I say nothing, I mean nothing. But, I mean, they are faring this storm so well. Greer trying to head it away. Juju Jang to Peyoshota. Peyoshota to Obranca. Peyoshota with a shot. And there it is. I jinxed it so bad. Lucas Peyoshota with an absolute screamer. Get me off the mic. Jude Greer trying to head it away. It falls to Jang to Peyoshota. Peyoshota is going to take it back to DeWitt. Obranca finds Peyoshota. And Peyoshota first time smacks it. And it hits the bottom of the crossbar and in. Right as I was saying that they were faring this storm so well, they finally crack. Or have Capstead, I don't know, pushed out the break? Who knows? I don't know where my analogy's going. I'm off now, on the right. Trying to find a second, trying to find a quick second. Trying to find close, does. And crying there is able to stop the bleeding. Bunt to Jang. Jang's going to have a shot. Or trying to find it to close. Has it down to Peyoshota. And crying has to make a fantastic save. Peyoshota. Greer now. Greer's going to take it up. And there it is. Halftime. Capstead 1 with Tokyo 0. Tokyo unable to register a shutout on target. While Capstead with 2.5 XG, 19 shots, 8 on target, are dominating this match and deservedly 1-0 up. Peyoshota currently the best performer for Capstead. And might I say, it makes sense. Might I say. I really like the logo of the cup. I don't think that the graphics designers get enough praise. I think that's what Ghost, if I'm not mistaken. Just fantastic. Lee, duck. Tokyo want to start off the half strong to Adamu. Duck. To Ailish. Unable to connect the pass and it's headed down by Gerd Close. I'd say the articles are probably my favorite thing about the SSL. The podcast comes second. Maybe because they're far and few in between. Peyoshota trying to find someone in the middle. It's headed away. DeWitt's going to come and collect. DeWitt takes it around Greer. Peyoshota is taken down in the box. And the referee is going to call a penalty. Did that rhyme? I don't know. But here's the referee. You're going to go to the monitor. I've seen them go to the monitor too many times and not call a penalty. So if I had to put my money on it, I'd say no penalty. Even though that kind of did look like a penalty to me. We will see. And the referee is going to say no. Jones taking it out for Capstead. Headed down by Duck. Duck to Greer. Back to Duck. Can't find Ron Flex, but somehow finds Lee. But Lee taking off the ball by Freddie Adu. Brooks now on the right. Brooks trying to find someone in the middle. Cuts inside. Brooks is going to have a crazy shot, and it's way wide. Look at that shot map. That's ridiculous. Ramos. Peyoshota is able to get onto the ball there. Finds close. Finds Adu. Adu is going to try to find Ashworth. Does. Hunt out to Moff on the right. Finds Brooks. Brooks is going to have a shot, and Crying makes a fantastic save, but Brooks was offsides. Crying now, trying to take the ball out for Tokyo. The defenders are tired. Can they weather the storm? Maybe find one back. Wolf is trying to find a header to someone, but Adu's now going to find himself with the ball. He's going to take it down the left. Adu has a couple to beat, but we all know how fast Adu is. He's going to play it safe back to Obranco. Obranco's going to find Hunt in the middle with space. Finds Ashworth. Ashworth's going to have a shot. It's rising, and rising too high. Commentating it like it's a field goal. How many of you guys watched the Super Bowl 2 days ago? Boring. This is a real sport. Peyoshota. Trying to find Ashworth. Does. It's headed away. It's cleared away by Tokyo. DeWitt's going to find themselves on the ball. Moff is going to try to take it to the byline. Is able to, trying to find a cross. And it's going to hit the... I thought it hit the crossbar for some reason, but nope. Went out for a corner kick. Pedro Soto now. Cleared away by Eilish. Pedro Soto to Brooks. Brooks with the shot is blocked by Yun. Is there a Tokyo counter? Yun is going to have to do them all itself. Yun onto the right. Yun. And I think the moment's gone. Ron Flex trying to find Ramos is unable to. And Gerd Close is going to collect. And now, does Capsat have a counter? Gerd Close has the legs. Needs to beat Ron Flex. Finds Wolf instead, but Ramos is there to cut it out. And it's back to Primaris. Now can Tokyo go the other way? Finds Ramos. Ramos has the legs. Going to try to find themselves past Wolf. Ramos finds Ron Flex. Ron Flex finds Lee. Lee is going to have a shot. And Jones has to make a fantastic save, keeping Tokyo off the score sheet. And Tokyo with the first real chance come close. Greer. Cleared away back close, but only out to Yun. Yun finds Greer. Greer is going to have a curling shot, and Jones is able to gather that. Hunt's now. Hunt's on the corner for Capside. Capside want to put this to bed. Trying to find DeWitt or Obranca. I thought of Obranca and DeWitt at the same time. Wolf to Hunt. Pedro Soto's going to have another cross into the middle. Ashworth can't get it. Brooks to Adu. Adu and No Face is going to make a fantastic tackle. But it's out to DeWitt, who puts it back to Adu. Adu going to try to take it around Adamu. And No Face is there first. Finds Yun. Yun just can't get it to a teammate. And it's back in the Capsat hands, feet, whatever. Mauve on the right. Finds Brooks with space. Brooks. He's going to try to find. Pedro Soto does, but Crying's there to catch it. Ron Fox trying to put in the tackle, but Close is able to retain the ball. Obranca finds Hunt to DeWitt. To Moff on the right. Moff has space. He's going to take it down the right. Moff trying to find Ashworth. Somehow finds his way to Close. Close finds Wolf. Wolf one-on-one with the keeper and shoots it right at him. Going into added time, can Tokyo pull off just some kind of miracle? And it looks like it's not going to come to fruition unless there's one last chance. Nope, that's just straight up it. And there it is. Capstat 1, Tokyo 0. Capstat dominating this game. Tokyo unable to create much. Pedro Soto deservedly with the man of the match. 9.1 extra rating. 1 goal. Just was fantastic. I mean, Ashworth just quite literally the only member that didn't get a 7+ rating. I guess it kind of makes sense with 3 attempts on goal, none on target. Crying can feel proud of themselves. The defense can probably feel pretty proud of themselves, but the offense didn't create much. And there you have it, Tokyo bowing out of this SSL Cup. Then we move on to our... I think the graphic's wrong. I think SFV is next against CABA. If I'm not mistaken. Will I be mistaken? There's a very high chance that I might be. Also, just found this out, but Paris is going to face Romana, and then Kavstad is now going to face Catalunya in the next round. So, just fun facts for that. Who doesn't love a fun fact? I know I do. Her. It's giving me a lot of time to just yap. All right, let's see what I can think of. Because I could talk about the next 2 games. Let's talk about the next 2 games. That's probably the best thing to talk about. All right, so I'd like to give predictions, but probably best not to. I always get them wrong. But I do know that Magyar are looking extra good this year. They started off the year strong last year, just unable to keep the momentum. Or was that 2 seasons ago? I really can't remember at this point. But I was right. SFE versus CABA. SFE going back to a 5-back, and CABA sticking with their odd formation. But this has produced them wins. This has produced them cup runs. Will we see another cup run today? Who knows? Wang Shihao on the ball. Kilganon trying to find Clark, is able to. Back to Xavier. McManus finds Ruben. Ruben to O'Leary. Ruben to Gunnarsson with a shot, and it's blocked away by someone in the box. Salaka now. SFE trying to start off a counter, and Salaka just... I don't know what happened there. I do apologize. Criminal to Scott. To Gunnarsson. McManus now. Trying to find Ruben. Ruben plays it out to Duck. Back to Ruben. Finds McManus. Lorenzo now. Finds Deckard on the right. Getting pressed by Hakkinen. Lorenzo getting pressed by Power. Cade Power. We know how good he is. Satoshi. Oh my word. To River. Rivers. Roy Rivers trying to take it off the pitch. Finds Criminal instead. Criminal to Gunnarsson. Gunnarsson also a retiree this season. Lorenzo decided to play their last game or season with CABA. Ruben finds Santori. Santori is going to take it into the box. Has a shot and finds their way past Williams. And Santori just able to make a quick mark against SFE. And CABA find themselves 1-0 up. McManus finds Ruben. Ruben turns to Putsley. And Kilganon, who goes up too early. Summers unable to keep up with the quick Santori. And Santori just smacks it past Williams. Maidson now. SFE want a quick equalizer. Maidson trying to find Power. Finds Salaka. Salaka with the shot. And now CABA have a counter. Santori trying to find McManus. Is able to. McManus finds Ruben. Ruben is going to take it inside. Trying to find someone in the middle. It's a shot. But I think the block from Summers turns it around the post. Something like that. CABA. Williams is just able to pick that out easily. Gunnarsson trying to head it to a teammate. It's just pinging around the midfield now. Hakkinen on the ball, trying to get past Duck. Hakkinen is going to try to take it up. Hakkinen is going to try to put it across for Wang Shihao, and Wang Shihao heads it over. And it's out for a CABA goal kick. Shihao really free in the box. Power unable to get it to a teammate. Gunnarsson now on the ball. Roy Rivers. Gunnarsson. Criminal. Getting pressed by Salaka. Criminal way back to Satoshi. Imagine Santori played goalkeeper. Would that be funny? I don't know. Wouldn't be any funnier than any other goalkeeper or player. Lorenzo to Duck. Finds Ruben. McManus now. Santori to Gunnarsson. Rivers finds O'Leary. O'Leary out wide to Criminal. Criminal is going to try to put him across. Finds Rivers instead. Rivers going to smack it against Maidson. Does SFV have a counter here? Maidson trying to take it off the pitch. Maidson can't get it past Criminal, and Criminal is going to kick it out for a throw-in. Satoshi short to Criminal. Getting pressed by Shihao. Gunnarsson now. Gunnarsson going to take it off the pitch. McManus trying to find Xavier. Kind of takes down Scott. Clark able to collect. Clark back to Williams. He's going to try to clear it out. Only out to Ruben. Unable to find Hakkinen, who I believe they're going for. Ruben out on the right. Banked to Duck. Duck in the middle. Rivers. And Williams makes a fantastic save. Williams trying to take it out. He's able to cut out that corner. Clark now to Xavier. Xavier caught lacking on the ball. Rivers finds O'Leary. O'Leary with the shot. It's wide, just wide. Kilganon to Topotzli. Finds Maidson. To Kilganon. Topotzli. Finds Power. Unable to McManus. Heads it down. Santori. Gonna cut inside. Outside. Trying to find O'Leary. Does. Rivers with a shot. And it's way over. But O'Leary's offsides. Williams. SFE getting peppered. Maidson. Finds Topotzli. It's been really one-sided games these past, 2 games. But just not a lot from one team. And so much from another. Kilganon. Finds Maidson. Maidson gonna find Salaka. Salaka's gonna find Clark out on the right. Clark is gonna take it down. Finds Jihao, and just what a save by Satoshi, I believe. SFE unlucky to equalize the match. Maidson. Duck clears it away, but only out to Maidson. He's gonna let it up for a throw-in. McManus now. Finds Rivers. Rivers with the shot, and Ruben just wide. Ruben really only has to face the goalkeeper, but unable to get past Williams. Maidson caught lacking by Santori, but Power's able to collect. Power's going to clear it now. Trying to find Salaka. Salaka trying to head it on for Jihao, but Jihao did not make the run, and here's CABA once again. Criminal to Gunnarsson. Finds Criminal. Criminal gonna take it down the left. Criminal doing it all himself, trying to find someone in the middle. Xavier is able to clear. And Howe's able to collect. Back to Clark. Clark gonna try to get it past Criminal, but Criminal's there. Is it Criminal? Criminal? Or Criminal? Who knows? I mean, it's like Toronto? Toronto Criminal? Toronto Criminal sounds better, right? You know, Pangea, do you think that they had like accents, dialects, different languages? Probably not. They probably just like the equivalent of barking. Satoshi able to pick out a cross deep from SFE. I always see these like I don't know, videos. It's like, no wait, Santori here with the chance. Santori's gonna have a shot and straight to Williams. But I always see these like videos. It's like, no way that anthropologists would be able to tell what sound a T-Rex makes. It's like, maybe not, maybe yes. How would you know? You're not an anthropologist. Maidson gonna cut inside, gonna have the shot, and it's way over. But to be fair, like, I don't know why I look for any source of wisdom or truth on the internet. Santori gonna find room with the shot, and it's way over. I only find sources of truth and knowledge from the SSL. And there it is, halftime. CABA putting on a show against SFE, who have had one really good chance, unable to capitalize, and they find themselves down. Zoe Clark putting on a very good performance for SFE. And we all know how good Santori's been, too, for CABA. I think the crux of the matter is I gotta read more. I think I've said that several times on broadcasts. You know, one day you're gonna be like, you're gonna hear me come on, and instead of saying I need to read more, I want to say I need to read less. I've been doing so much reading. All I do is reading now. Unfortunately, I don't believe that's ever gonna be me. I guess I like, you know, it nourishes the mind and stuff, right? McManus trying to find a teammate in the box. CABA trying to find a second, put some distance in between SFE and them. I can't really tell what happened there. McManus is going to have another shot, and Williams is able to hold that ball. Williams is going to clear it. Trying to find Hakkinen. Lorenzo's there first. Ruben. CABA not done yet. Finds Rivers with space. Rivers is going to have a shot, and it's just way over. Xavier now Finds Clark. On the right. To Salaka. Salaka gonna find Topotli. Topotli gonna cut inside with a shot. And Santori makes a fantastic save. Satoshi, my word. This is the second time this game. Clark. Heads it away. This is a really nice save. I don't know about you guys. Satoshi, give him his props. Ruben now. Trying to find maybe Santori. But Williams is there first. Looking for Gunnarsson and Scott. Clears along to Clark. Finds Salaka. Rivers is there. Coming on to Gunnarsson. Gunnarsson finds Ruben. Rivers, my word. Scott. To Criminal. Trying to play it up. Criminal on the left. Trying to find a CABA teammate. Xavier clears it, but only out to Rivers. Santori now. Santori with the shot, and it's just over. Ruben now. McManus is going to have a shot. It's off the post and away by Summers. Summers, a new addition for SFE, and I don't feel like anyone's mentioned that. Mason. Rivers. Finds Ruben. Ruben's going to cut outside. Ruben. Going to take it off the pitch. Ruben. Finds O'Leary. Back to McManus. McManus. Finds O'Leary with the header. And Williams just going to let that sail right by. It looked like it was going in for a second. Would have been the mistake of the century. I don't know what century. Williams also had a pretty bad mishap, I guess, with maybe 2 SSL Cup seasons ago, and Williams with a fantastic save there. Ruben now for CABA. Scott. That's McManus. McManus to Ruben. And Wang Zhihao was able to play some defense and clear it away. It's been all CABA this second half. Maidson gonna find Kilganon. Summers to Xavier. Gonna play it up. Finds Clark. Clark to Topotli. Topotli out on the left. Trying to find someone in the middle. It's right to Satoshi, and Satoshi's gonna punch it out for a corner. Maidson. Zhihao to Clark. Xavier. It's going to be cleared over at CABA. Some slower games, I think, ever since the Paris game. Then you're going to tell me, Max, there's only been 2 games. I would say, yeah. Keenan. Lorenzo to Kilganon. Mason finds power. Topotsi trying to find someone, but plays it way back to Satoshi. Gunnarsson. Finds Criminal. Criminal to Rivers. Rivers going to play a short pass to Scott. Finds Scott. Back to Rivers. Criminal now to Scott. Scott finds Ruben to Santori. Santori's going to cut inside. Has a shot on Williams. Said his name so many times this game because they keep on making saves for SFE, whose defense just really doesn't know where they are. McManus. Xavier now. Clark off the field with a bit of an injury, I guess. Throws it somewhere, but it's straight to CABA. What a smug look Xavier has. Criminal to Santori. Finds Scott. Out on the left, Scott. Trying to be and McManus with the shot. It's way over. Going into the last 15, CABA look dominant, look closer to their second than SFE does their first. McManus finds Ruben. Ruben finds Rivers. Rivers might have a shot. Finds Criminal with the shot, and Williams say his name a cajillion times and he appears. He appears after the first one. He just appeared after, I don't know how many shots CABA has had. All that to say, McManus with a shot and Williams with a fantastic save. I feel like Williams is like the one name in the SSL that I have to say twice. You know, he repeats his name twice, so it doesn't feel right that I just say Williams, right? Williams with a save. Sure, but it could be any Williams. We all know that this is Williams. The guy that the parents thought naming once was so nice that they had to do it twice. I mean, the Williams last name comes first, right? You think the parents were like, let's have a laugh. Let's do two Williams. I like my last name, said the father. Could be the mother. You never know. But one of them said, I like my last name so much. You know what would be even funnier? We put that on the first name. Or do you think it was a mishap? McManus with a shot is way over. I want to put money that Williams was actually a mistake by the parents that they just decided never to correct. Where the nurses were like, what do you want to give your son's last name? And they were like, Williams. It was like, okay, sign here. And then they signed the name Williams, but it was really the first name, right? And then they're like, no, you have to put them in the last name. I don't know why the nurse has a high voice, but here's Santori with a shot, and Williams, he's able to knock it onto the post on the way. And the nurse is like, no, that was supposed to be the last name. You did the first name. And the Williams parents were like, whatever. So they just wrote Williams again, right? And that's how you got Williams. And I'm saying that that's the canonical story of how Williams got their name. Now, I might be completely wrong, and I'd have to ask Williams. But as of right now, this is my canon story for Williams. Because I think that'd be funny. There it is, full-time CABA. After me going on a good, 2-minute rant about how Williams got their name. And this was a Williams, not Williams. So I've been saying that wrong the whole time. Williams, the guy that you had to name twice but cut off the S. Man of the match, in my opinion, said their name a cajillion times. I don't know how they only got a 7.2. Zoe Clark is 7.5 for SFV. CABA takes this match in SFV. Another season bows out of this SSL Cup. Bang through with the player of the match. Like, I know your rating goes up for, like, keeping a clean sheet and stuff like that, but how many times did I say Williams? Like, a cajillion times. Felt like that was rather unfair on his behalf. But here we go into the final match of this SSL Cup qualifying round. My whole story just completely died given the fact that I've been saying his name wrong the whole time. And, like, I do the match recast for SFE too because, like, I became the OM for a little bit, right? I clearly showed absolutely no bias in that last game. Thank you guys for commending me on how unbiased my commentary is. But, I put Williams times 2. I wonder if the guy reads it and it's like, what is this guy talking about? I've just been saying his name wrong the whole time. I'm honest now. I really can't get over that. I'm not going to lie. I feel bad. I feel a little bit stupid. I feel like maybe this is why I got to start commentating so late. But, is what it is. Totsu now. Masks versus Magyar. Let's talk about this game now. Whose story can I canonically invent? I think that Magyar actually do have, like, quite a few, like, pretty avid writers in their side, so we kind of know some of them, some of their stories. Like Ali Bunsen is like a mother, has a husband, but Ali Bunsen is not on Magyar anymore. I don't know what I'm talking about. I can't remember. And Goosen, I don't think I've seen too many from them. I think that Greg Evil has a twin brother. Evil with the shot is blocked by Toadstool. I think I was saying that. I mean, I had the joke that Greg Evil has a twin brother named Greg Good, but I don't think that's canon. I gotta read these career PTs. That's my thing. Bob with the shot is blocked and away. A good commentator reads all the PTs. Therefore, I am not a good commentator. You guys got stuck with the bad one. Bob. McNeil now. Trying to take it out for Masks. Gets it to Walker. Walker needs to get it past Stick Stamp, and Stick Stamp's there to clear it away. Now, Stick Stamp, that's a good one. That's a good name. That's a very good name. How do you get the first name Stig? I don't know. Could be a different culture. Check? I don't know. Bob. Billy Bob. Great name, too. Martin with the shot is blocked. Masks just putting their bodies on the line, and Scat Cat is able to clear, tackle away from Martin, but Martin's able to collect. Squid now. Billy Bob with the shot, and it's just wide. Walker. Trying to find a Masks teammate in the middle. Rossini. That's a Walker. Gonna cut inside. Walker with the shot. It's blocked and away. Evil. Heads it away to Rossini. Trying to find someone. Squid heads it away. Grimace now. To Rossini. Walker. Martin almost gets it off the ball, but Grimace here. Trying to start off a counter. Finds Cat. Scat Cat is going to have a shot, and there it is. Scat Cat opens up the score. Masks 1, Magyar 0. Off of the counter attack started by Grimace. I mean, Scat Cat's been deadly. Ridiculously deadly. But, what can you say? Scat Cat just puts themselves in the right places. A cat that can scat. I think that's a really cool name, and I guess I've just developed a hyperfixation with names over the last 30 minutes, but also just the connotations of a jazzy, 60s, 70s, 80s. Jazz to me feels like the 50s and 60s, but Grimace with a shot, it's blocked away. Martin trying to start off a counter for Magyar is unable to, and Grimace takes down Martin, I think. I like jazz. Recommend listening to jazz. I like music a lot, actually. I'm not gonna lie. Listen to it all day, every day. It's been a while since I've gone a whole day without listening to music. If I'm being honest, I'll be honest. The Squid. I know I hate if you don't like music, but I feel like you're missing out on some stuff. Milano on the right. Finds Evil. Greg Evil there in the right place is able to get it past Revest. A fantastic move by Magyar and a fantastic cross. That finds Greg Evil. Squid out to Milano, and Milano just takes it up. Plays a low and driven cross straight to Evil, who just gets a step ahead of Black Man. And the step comes at the right time, and Evil is able to put it into the back of the net. There it is. Halftime. Magyar 1, Masks 1. Here goes some halftime substitutions. Doesn't seem like anyone came on, but here's Scat Cat to Grimace. Trying to find Rossini. It's a long pass and unable to. McNeil now. Finds Walker. McNeil. Finds Black Man. Black Man. To Toadstool. And Habjanic is there first to cut it out. Does Magyar have a Fantastic chance for a counter. Ngusu just has to do it himself and gets it all wrong. McNeil now, Masks, trying to find a second. Headed away by Magyar, but only out to Rossini. Rossini is going to try to cut it back inside, is able to. Rossini finds Toadstool. Toadstool is going to have a shot, and Osprey makes a fantastic save. And Habjanic gets taken out by McNeil. The chance is not over. Rossini is going to play it safe back to Manitok, and it kind of kills the chance. Sometimes you got to recycle out the ball because, like, you know, Walker with a fantastic... I think Walker was just way offsides. Got on the end of a fantastic through ball, but, you know, when you're offsides, you're offsides. And here's Billy Bob on the corner for Magyar. Headed away by Blackman. To Bob. Blackman now. Trying to find someone. Can't. Milano. He's going to run out for it. Milano. Getting taken off the ball by Scat Cat. Scat Cat. To Rossini. Rossini. He's going to try to find someone in the middle. Can they find Walker? Unable to. Out to Lamb, though. Lamb, Mandigoran. He's going to have a shot, and Osprey makes a fantastic save. McNeil now. To Toadstool. Grimace with a shot. It's way over. Milano getting pressed by Rossini. Back to Squid. To Van Grimbergen. Out to Mandigoran. Finds Bob. Billy Bob out to Stamp, but Nico Lamb's there. It's not Nico Lamb. It's Lamb, Mandigoran Lamb. Am I just thinking of two different players? I can't tell. Habjanic. I'm a lot of source today. Milano getting pressed by Walker. Habjanic jumps over Rossini, but the referee's going to call a penalty on that. Not going over to the monitor. I think this is spelling out a bad situation for Magyar. Oh, sorry, for Masks. And there, no, yeah, oh my word, yeah, it's bad for Masks, good for Magyar, I guess in this connotation. Greg Evil going to step up against Revest, and Greg Evil slots at home past Revest, who doesn't get close. Greg Evil just able to slot it past Revest, and Magyar go up for the first time this match. No, it is Nico Lamb and Lan Mandigoran are on two different teams, and I am just so terrible with names. Revest to Blackman. Finds him Manitok. Manitok out to the right to McNeil. McNeil is going to take it up the pitch. Finds Lamb. Lamb is going to try to find his way past Stamp. Finds him Manitok. Walker with the shot, and Osprey is able to make a fantastic save. McNeil trying to find someone in the middle. Unable to. McNeil is going to try to go back to Scat Cat. And Scat Cat has to run out for that ball. Is able to keep it in. Manitok. Finds Scat Cat. Scat Cat trying to find Walker. And Mandigoran's there. It's just these little letters. I'm not dyslexic. I just think I'm illiterate. Manitok. To Grimace. Grimace is going to have a shot, and it's way wide. Osprey. To Grimace. He's going to try to find Scat Cat. Playing a long ball, but Milano's there first. Still getting pressed by Scat Cat. Milano to Squid. Back to Osprey. Plays it out, but only out to McNeil. Wrong team. McNeil to Lamb. Lamb trying to find, but finds Lan Mandigoran. Osprey now clearing it once again for Magyar. Need to hold out for another 6 minutes if they want to take this tie. Grimace. Grimace out on the left, trying to find an equalizer, trying to find Walker. Is able to, Walker heads it over. Walker now. Mask searching for an equalizer. Finds the other Walker, and there it is. Luke Walker, off an assist by Day Walker, is able to find Mask's equalizer. The two Walkers combine. Will we be heading to extra time? It looks like it. And there it is, extra time. Magyar 2, Masks 2. The two unable to separate themselves. Yes, I said 2 3 times. What does that make? 6. 7. All right. And here we go into extra time. Magyar getting it started off. Andrew Gorin. Scat. And Minotaur now taking it up the pitch. Billy Bob is able to get there first, but Blackman's able to cut out that pass. Andrew Gorin able to head it away. Toadstool now to Grimace. Toadstool to Walker to Rossini. Greg Evil is able to get off of that. And Greg Evil against Reves. Greg Evil is going to take it around, and there it is. Greg Evil is able to give Magyars their third. Greg Evil doing everything right, taking it around Reves and slotting it home. Of a very, very poor, I don't know what you'd call that, poor pass. Toadstool just not there. And Evil able to take it around Reves and slot it into the net. Greg Evil on their hat trick today. Fantastic performance. Nico Lamb now. Finds Walker. Day Walker. To Rossini. Masks need to search again for an equalizer. Rossini. Down the left, but Habjanic is there first. That's a Squid. Finds Mandragoran. Finds Stamp. That's Ngusu. Finds Bob. Black man's there to take it off of Bob, but it finds its way back to Ngusu. Martin. Now Luke Walker. Max trying to find that equalizer. Needs to get it past a couple. Needs to find a teammate. Finds a Minotaur. Minotaur finds Luke Walker. Luke Walker's going to have a shot. It's a goal. Is this on sides, though? It's going to be close. I'm actually not too sure. I'm going to say no. And the referee's going to agree with me. It's a goal disallowed, and Magyar are able to take a breath. There we go, into extra time, halftime. Magyar 3, Masks 2. And here we go, once again, for the second half. Masks need an equalizer if they want to take it to pens. And Magyar with one more goal will kill the game. Daywalker to Rossini. Trying to find Luke, unable to, and Osprey's there to cut it out. Milano. Finds Habjanic. Habjanic finds Evil. Evil with the shot, and Evil for their fourth goal of the match is able to get it past Reves, and I think this one's going to count. And I'm wrong. Masks this time can take a deep breath. Still only a goal away from finding an equalizer. McNeil now. Masks need this equalizer. They want to take it to penalties. Trying to find Blackman. Unable to. Falls right back to McNeil. McNeil is going to cut inside. He's going to have a shot. It's blocked by their own teammate and blocked once again, and it's out for another Mask corner kick. McNeil now. Trying to find Luke. Unable to. It's headed away. Rossini's able to pick it up. Toadstool out to McNeil, but Habjanic is there first. And Habjanic, with the help of Mandragoran, is able to get it out to Ngusu. Ngusu, against a wall of Masks players, gets taken down. Grimace now. To Daywalker. Trying to find Luke. Down to Lamb. Lamb with the shot. And there it is. But the referee might call this offsides again. But this time it's going to count, and Masks find themselves equal again. Grimace plays it down to Daywalker, and Daywalker finds his friend Luke, and Nico Lamb just strikes it past Ospreay. And the match is tied up again. Can someone find a winner? Can Magyar find a winner? Martin all the way down to Ospreay. And Jagora now. Stamp finds Ngusu. Ngusu with some speed, and Revest makes a fantastic save to keep Magyar level. Billy Bob, Magyar still trying to find that winner. It's headed away, but only out to Habjanic. Billy Bob trying to find Ngusu. Ngusu rises, but it's headed poorly. And Daywalker clears it once again. Martin to Van Grimbergen. Taken down by Lamb. Does Mask have a counter? Luke Walker here. Trying to find the support of McNeil. And Stick Stamp cuts it out. Heading into the last 2 minutes. Billy Bob. Does Magyar have a winner here? Squid with the shot. And it's headed down and outside of the post. Will we be approaching penalties? It's one last chance for Masks. Will this be heartbreak for Magyar? Off of a free kick. Scat Cat down, hurt. Unable to get it up. Squirming around on the floor. But here's a Minotaur. Scat Cat magically gets back up. And Minotaur to break Magyar's heart. And Minotaur with the last kick of the game, potentially. And Minotaur. Will they go on for goal? Or will they try to find a teammate? It's going to go for goal. And it's outside of the post. And that might bring it to penalties. And there it is. We have penalties. Oh, am I so excited for penalties. Well, we see a Panenka. A very poor Panenka. Here's Luke Walker starting to get us off against Ospreay. It's a lottery now. Luke Walker is going to take a shot and just slots it past Ospreay. And Masks open up the tally. Greg Evil now already on a hat trick. Trying to find their fourth of the match against Revest. Greg Evil sends Revest the wrong way and just nicely sneaks it home. Here it is. Nico Lamb against Ospreay. Masks want to go up again, but Ospreay makes a fantastic save. And Nico Lamb is made to rue his mistake. Ngusu now trying to give Magyar the lead. Like they've had twice this game. Ngusu and Revest makes a fantastic save. Scat Cat now, who's already had a goal this match, wants to find a lead for Masks. And is able to. Scat Cat, who sends Ospreay the wrong way. Habjanic now against Revest. Habjanic sends Revest the wrong way and slots it home. Telling the fans to get pumped up. McNeil now against Ospreay. McNeil needs to beat Ospreay and does handedly. Our most powerful penalty kick so far. Here's Martin though against Revest. Martin and Revest makes an easy stop. If Masks score here, they will go through to the next round. Blackman stepping up to take it against Ospreay. One penalty kick could send them through to the next round. Blackman. And he does it. There it is. Max through to the next round off of a fantastic penalty kick shootout. Magyar 3, Masks 3. But the real only thing that matters is the fact that Masks won the penalty shootout 4-2. And there it is. The end of the Cup Qualifiers Part 1. I've had a fantastic time. And what a way to end it with a penalty shootout. I do love penalty shootouts. Greg Evil, the player of the match. Magyar bowing out of this cup tie. Bowing out of the cup too, not just the tie. And funny enough, Masks are going to have to face Magyar's Major League team in the next round. So they might have to do it all again against the same organization. Can Masks pull off an upset against Shanghai? We will see next time. And there it is, the end of this part 1 of the SSL Cup qualifying round. Will we be able to see the scores? I don't know. It's a question that we will see in 15 seconds, but I remember them by heart. Paris 4, North 2, Capstad 1 against Tokyo's 0. Masks defeats Magyar in a penalty shootout. And then finally, Buenos Aires, I don't know what that L stands for, is best Schwarzwalder. I'm not saying the FMV, but SFV 1-0. And there you have it. We'll see Inter London versus Montreal United next. Cairo City versus Athens. Seoul versus Krongtep. And Rova versus Shilaku. Basically, all minor league teams, bar the Rova versus Shilaku matchup. And this was a fun one, especially the penalty shootout. I hope to catch you guys next time. Thank you, and goodbye.